Hey guys, Pro1701 here, and today we're going to talk about Doctor Who and how, as fandoms, we're going to talk about the different ways we like to support the range. And I'm going to talk about some of the things I do to support Doctor Who, because I am obviously a big Doctor Who fan. It's a show I've loved since I was like 3 or 4 years old. It's been with me as longer than I have living memory. I'm not actually sure who my first Doctor was. I'm pretty sure it was either Tom or John, but my living memory doesn't go back that far. So, big Doctor Who fan. For instance, I have been buying the steelbooks. Now, I've been buying the modern series releases as they've been going, from Series 1 through Series 8. I also have the original Series 10 book with the art by Alice that I love. I'm buying them because I love steelbooks. I'm very picky about my steelbooks. I don't own a super lot of steelbooks outside of Doctor Who just because I am super picky about them. The artwork, I have to really like the artwork to get a steelbook, but I do love steelbooks. I only owned the modern series on DVD. So this was a good opportunity to upgrade to Blu-ray. I know some of you guys, you had them on DVD, then you upgraded to Blu-ray, and then you upgraded to the steelbooks for the steelbooks. Very commendable. But it served a dual purpose. One, I wanted the steelbooks, especially those early steelbooks, like the Series 1, 2, 3, 4 steelbooks are just amazing. I mean, some of the later ones are good too, but I will admit, like, the Series 8 steelbook I found disappointing. But, like, especially those early steelbooks, the lead binding stuff, Claudia's, Sophie's first one, are just so good that I just had to have them. And I managed to snag the Series 1 and Series 2 steelbooks before they just became ridiculously expensive. And they look really good. I really like having them on the shelf. And again, it was a good opportunity for me to upgrade my modern series collection to Blu-ray as well and get that better Blu-ray quality, even if the Russell era is upscales. And then I've been picking up the animations in Steelbook, most of those. Still waiting on Web of Fear. Update on the Web of Fear stuff. I canceled my original order because it never got here, and then I got a refund from Zavvi, and now I've ordered from Rare Waves. I'm waiting on that one to come in. They also didn't give me a tracking number, so God knows when it'll get here. And I also have my Evil of the Daleks stuff coming in. I have the standard version of Evil of the Daleks. I actually got the standard version and the steelbook for it. Standard version's coming from Zavvi eventually, no tracking number. And then I have the steelbook ordered with Amazon, but it hasn't shipped yet. The Zavvi one is shipped, but the steelbook with Amazon hasn't shipped yet. But I have been getting the steelbooks. I've got Power of the Daleks, Macra Terror, Faceless Ones, and Fury from the Deep, because again, I like steelbooks, and the artwork on them, some are better than others, but I like supporting the range. I want to support the animations. I want the animations to continue. I've already got the Galaxy 4 one pre-ordered. I've ordered the steelbook of that. While I think the standard edition art looks really good, I absolutely love that steelbook with the colors that pop on it, so I do have the steelbook pre-ordered with Amazon. Amazon UK seems to be getting back to where they're shipping to the States, because for a long time they were not shipping to the States, and I prefer to use them because they actually give me a tracking number. It's really hard being a Doctor Who fan in the US sometimes. That's a whole another video I need to do. I've also been collecting the collection range, the classic series collection range, and of course I import the UK versions, the limited editions. I did originally collect the US versions as well. You can kind of see those right down here. The first 3 sets I did buy the US versions and the UK versions because I did want to support the range, despite the fact the US versions are nowhere near as well done. I don't like their numbering system, you know, the Tom Baker Season 1. I hate that. But what really put me off of them was when the Season 10 set came out. Originally, the artwork for it had John Pertwee's face mirrored. It was flipped. And, of course, Lee Binding found out about it and immediately fixed it. And the UK version has the proper face on it. But the US version still had the flipped, messed up face. And I wasn't going to have that on my shelf. And I figured, well, if I'm not going to get that one, there's no reason to get into the others. So I only have the first 3 of the US versions, which, to be honest, as much as I want to support the range, I'm certainly not rich or wealthy, or, you know, I work 5 or 6 days just like everybody else, 5 or 6 days a week, usually 6 days a week, honestly. So, as much as I love Doctor Who, I probably shouldn't be doubling down like that. So I stick to just the UK sets, which again, I still have to go through the hassle of getting here. Because it's either expensive to ship or it takes forever to get here. Personally, I would prefer paying the extra money because I hate waiting. One, because I just don't like waiting. I want it here now. But two, I don't like the U.S. Postal Service at all. Like, they treat packages marked fragile like they're supposed to play kickball with it. So I don't really like them. So the longer it's in transit, the more time it has to get damaged when it gets here. And these things can damage pretty easy. Although, to be fair, mine usually don't have much problem with them, which I like. I have a lot of the DVDs, the Region 1 DVDs. I envy people who buy the animations and they also buy the DVDs because the DVDs have the reversible cover so it fits in on their Region 2 shelf. I envy all that because the American DVD releases don't have the reversible cover. So it's like this, you can see Shada here in the top corner, it kind of stands out a little bit. Because not only is the lettering a different color, but the font is in a different spot. It's like way lower. So it's very noticeable on the shelf. I really wish that I had a Region 2 collection, even though I wouldn't be able to watch it. The main reason I collect Region 1 is because I actually used to watch them a lot. I still do occasionally, for the ones I don't have here yet. So that's usually what I do. I'll import the UK box sets, the limited editions, as soon as they're announced. I do want all of those. And the animations, I will usually get at least the steelbook, although again, I'm getting to where I might double down and get the standard Blu-ray just to help out. If I like the cover, like I did with Evil. I thought Evil's standard cover was fine, so I ordered it. But the steelbook, always, the steelbook is a must. I wish that they did more Big Finish stuff around here, because there is more of the Big Finish I want to get into. I want to hear spare parts. I want to hear the Sixth Doctor's The Last Adventure. I do want to hear that that story that has the 10th Doctor and the 4th Doctor together that came out last year, the Out of Time one. I would love to hear that. And then, of course, there's some of the 8th Doctor stuff I'd like to get into. Just nowhere around here really sells them. I managed to find Jubilee at a kind of a used bookstore-like place, but it's a big one. I think it's owned by the same people who own Books A Million. It's called Second and Charles, and they do a lot of stuff, and they had some of the audio, so I bought Jubilee. I wish I saw more of that around here. So yeah, that's pretty much what I do to support the range. I'd like to know what you think, and if you buy like multiple copies of the animations to support the range, or you know, if you had the limited edition of the collection sets, are you also buying the standard edition just to support the range? So let me know kind of what you do to support Doctor Who and the things you like to get involved. Also, Time Lord Victorious. I never heard much about that from the States. Was that a success or a failure? I'd like to know your thoughts on that, although I may do a much longer video about that later. Anyway, other things to do, click the like button, click the subscribe button, click the bell for notifications so you never miss out on another video. I also have a Patreon if you would like to contribute to that. There is a link to that down below in the description. I certainly appreciate you taking a minute to look it over. Most importantly, thank you for watching.